Enes Kanter. Yeah, he's from I believe he's a Turkish brother. But whatever country he's from, he can't go back to because he's pissed off the government there. So yeah, he's criticized the Turkish president, and if I remember correctly, he has a like a fucking warrant for his arrest if he ever goes back to Turkey. Damn, yeah, his father was charged. I'm looking at his thing. I don't have it up there. But Enes Kanter is willing to say some shit to get him in some shit. Like I said, he can't go back to Turkey. He's from Turkey. He can't go back there. If he does, he's not. He's pissed the government out there. His dad's been charged as a member of a terrorist group, and he's not afraid to talk shit about China. And I think he said something even last year about China. And with all the Lord knows, the NBA outside of Disney may have been the most pro-China corporation, and maybe more than Disney, most pro-China corporation that there is. But Enes Kanter is not afraid. This is like all last year we heard about these athlete activists while they were putting fucking criminals on their fucking jerseys and shit and on their helmets. And now we actually have some motherfuckers who are willing to stand up for something and willing to get in hot water for it. So Enes Kanter has been critical of pro-China companies, which obviously the NBA is one of them. Boston Celtics player Enes Kanter has come out swinging against the CCP in recent days, making the most of his platform to skewer Beijing's repression. I'm sorry, not representation. It's actual repression. We're so used to hearing some blue-haired land whale talk about how oppressed she is because, the orange man said something mean. But this is actual repression of Tibetans and the Uyghurs. We know how crazy it is with the Uyghurs. And to question Xi Jinping or Winnie, on Sunday he wore shoes emblazoned with the message "Free China" to a game. This afternoon he opened up a new front in the campaign targeting a prominent enabler of mass atrocities, Nike. Wow. For an NBA player to come at Nike, take some cojones. There's no guarantee he's going to get a contract next year. Like, seriously. Because Nike has that much pull in the NBA, they basically own the damn thing. But Nike, which faces allegations of working with suppliers complicit in Uyghur forced labor, allegations? Not sure if they're allegations. Allegedly, the sun is hot. The fuck out of here. Let's play this video as well. Let's see Enes Kanter talk.
Dear Nike, your company says that you are making a
Please let me know if you can hear
in our communities. And that is true. Yes, you are. Here in the United States, Nike stands with the Black Lives Matter. Nike stands with Stop Asian Hate. Nike stands with the Latino community.
Okay.
And
wait, pause real quick. Nike stands for Stop Asian Hate? That's news to me. You may want to listen to that advice yourself. I mean, really think about it. Nike, the company who makes billions of dollars upselling Chinese labor, whether it's Uyghur forced labor or not, overly upselling Chinese labor, is told you to stop Asian hate. Told you, the company that will sell you $200, $300, $500 shoes that were made for pennies on the dollar as far as work, maybe less than pennies on the dollar, told you in Asia, not exclusively in Asia, told you that you need to stop Asian hate. God damn. All right, let's you guys can hear. I'll let Enes talk. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I should have known, but just the irony, as Such a Dildo says, just like really not just the irony, the sheer fucking hubris to say some shit like that. All right, go ahead, Enes.
Nike stands with the LGBTQ community, and Nike remains vocal about injustice here in America. But when it comes to China, Nike remains silent. You do not address police brutality in China. You do not speak about discrimination against the LGBTQ community. You do not say a word about the oppression of minorities in China. You are scared to speak up. Who makes your shoes in China? Do you even know? There are so many forced labor factories in China. For instance, Uyghur forced labor in modern day slavery, and it is happening right now in China. Millions of Uyghurs are currently detained, sold, and assigned to work at forced labor camps, prisons, and factories across the country. They are under constant surveillance with long working hours and poor living conditions. They are subject to political re-education.
But you heard he said a lot of things that you're not allowed to say in the mainstream because of how China is. Now, we do see that there's a bigger push away from China. Not from, we saw Disney starting to push away from China. A lot of our corporations are starting to finally say, oh, we're in bed with a demon when it comes to the CCP. So you are starting to see some sort of push. And it's also, he points out how they're so social justice, social justice literate. They're pro-LGBTQ and one of the most tolerant countries in the world. And they're willing to call us bigots, but they would never do that to China. We know what China thinks about people that look like me. We know what they it's talking about the government. Because ironically enough, through Nike and the NBA, Kobe was beloved there. But like if we're talking about the government, and just the establishment there, they're not fond of people like me. A lot of businesses there are not fond of people like me, as we'll get into in the next story. And that's never called out by the NBA, who the NBA cares, the NBA social justice. Nike cares, Nike social justice, Nike makes some of the BLM gear and all this other stuff. They're the ones putting equality on people's jerseys. Yet, they're also the ones with using all their money, getting all their money basically from slave labor and have been for some time.